There is a sweet spot when purchasing a used car. You want something that's reliable, you want something that has low mileage, you want something that's relatively recent, and you want something, most importantly, with a low price tag. So, is there anything that fits the middle of all these characteristics? So today, we're going to be discussing the top 7 used Toyotas that you can find with under 50,000 miles since the year 2000 for under $15,000. So we'll get right into it. Number 7, the Toyota Sienna from the year 2004 to 2007. These are a little bit tougher to find, but they are quite available. This is the second generation Toyota Sienna that featured a 3.3 liter V6 engine that came off of a lot of improvements from the first generation. It comes with an all-wheel drive option. It has a good safety rating from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And if you're looking for an inexpensive people mover that has a lot of safety features for the time period with the Toyota reliability, you can't go wrong with a Toyota Sienna from 2004 to 2007 in that sort of range. All right, number 6, the Toyota Prius, years 2012 through 2015. Now, of course, let me just say really quick that these years are not defined. I mean, I'm sure you could find a 2011 or a 2016, those sorts of things, but those are the most common ranges I found when looking for these types of used vehicles. But anyway, number 6 being the Toyota Prius. Now, the Prius is well known and obviously is a hybrid, signifying that it has very, very good gas mileage. This Prius, the third generation of the Prius, had 50 miles to the gallon combined. Being that it's only a couple years old, it's pumped full of driver's assistant and safety features that were all cutting edge at the time. In December of 2013, this generation of the Prius got the Best Value Award from Consumer Reports. And a 2019 study done by IC Cars put the Toyota Prius from this generation as the second longest kept car by US drivers. Really interestingly, of the 15 top long kept cars, 10 of them were Toyotas. And the only one above the Prius who was in second place was the Toyota Highlander, and underneath it, actually the Toyota Sienna. So we can jump back to number 7 and keep that in mind. So if you're looking for a used car with that Toyota reliability, you want something relatively recent but with fantastic gas mileage, a 2012 to 2015 Prius can't do you wrong. Number 5, let's say these economical and practical vehicles are not necessarily your style. Well, that's okay. We got an option for you. Because on number 5, we have the Camry Solera. The Solera was a coupe sporty version of the Toyota Camry that featured, of course, the reliability of Toyota and the Camry itself, but also came in a convertible and coupe body style. We're talking about the years 2006 to 2008, which were the last few years of its shortly to be discontinued run at that point. It's sporty and spacious, it's practical and fun, and it is the second generation, and you want to keep an eye out for those 3.3 liter V6 options if you can find them, as it will give you a little bit more punching power in the performance department. So, number 5, 2006 to 2008 Camry Solera. In the same vein of the Solera, of course, number 4, we're just going to talk about the Toyota Camry. And these are for the years 2014 up through 2017, so these models are actually pretty darn recent. Of course, certainly you can find Camrys from earlier than that date for under the $15,000 range, under the 50,000 mile range, and obviously since the year 2000. But you can actually get a pretty darn recent model of Camry that fits in the middle of this Venn diagram we're discussing. This is the 5th generation of the wide body Camry, and you really just can't go wrong with one of these. They're one of the most reliable and well-known cars out there, and it has an old reliable V6 option. They're very easy to find, readily available. More than likely we have this exact same used Camry on our lot right now. In fact, I'm nearly certain we do here at Fred Haas Toyota Country. It really combines that practicality, reliability, great value, and a pretty recent model to boot. So on number 4, Camrys from 2014 to 2017. Keeping in the Toyota car game, we'll go to number 3 and talk about the Toyota Avalon. Now, this full-sized luxury car, you'd be able to find in this sweet spot from the years 2008 to 2013, which would be in its 3rd generation. Now, there are many studies that consider the Toyota Avalon as the most long-lasting car there is. The Avalon is very safe. It's got tons of luxurious features, comfort features, driver assist features, especially Toyota safety features, and it got all 5-star ratings in every single one of the crash tests that was done from the year 2011 onward. The ones before 2011 in our 2008 to 2011 range got all 5 stars in everything except for one, which it got a 4-star in. In the 2011 year that it got all 5-star crash test ratings across the board, it also got a top safety award, which only makes sense given those results. And the Avalon is really a fantastic choice if you're considering buying a used car for your son or daughter. You want it to be safe, you want it to be reliable, you want it to be a little bit stylish and comfortable. So keep in mind the 2008 to 2013 Toyota Avalon. So we just talked about the Avalon and the Camry. Let's jump back to another sporty option if you're looking for something with a little bit more flash to it. Number 2, we're gonna put the MR2 Spider. This 3rd generation convertible was to be discontinued in the early 2000s, but it combined that Toyota reliability, safety, and sporty flashiness and performance that you could have for this under $15,000 sweet spot. It is widely considered to be one of the most fun and affordable cars to drive. It was a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, which also had combination with a very light vehicle weight overall, which all combined to produce a really good handling feel, excellent drivability, and is currently one of the most requested Toyota models to undiscontinue and reproduce. So for number 2, the Toyota MR2 Spider from the years 2001 to 2005. All right, so that brings us to number 1. What is, in no particular order, this isn't the best, but what is the selection that we chose for number 1 in this sweet spot? Well, the Toyota Corolla. Now, it might not seem like a very exciting option. You might have been expecting something like the Celica or something like that. Now, you can find Celicas from the early 2000s that would fit into this sweet spot, but they are a little bit too rare to include on this list. So anyway, the Corolla, the reason I'm going to put it at number 1 is that you can get a 2020 Toyota with less than 10,000 miles or less than 20,000 miles for less than $15,000. In fact, we have multiple of them at Fred Haas Toyota Country right now. So if you're looking for a car that's versatile, low weight, great safety features, comfortable, even the XSE trim level of the Corolla is quite sporty. It looks pretty cool. Check this out. It is the best-selling car model of all time, and it has earned that spot because of its reliability and safety, great gas mileage, affordability. So keep in mind that this vehicle, although some people don't think of the Corolla as the most exciting model, has some really great trim levels, and you can get basically a brand new car almost. So that completes our list for the top 7 used Toyotas that you can get for under $15,000 with under 50,000 miles since the year 2000. Wow, that's a handful to say, or a mouthful to say, as some would say. We have several of these vehicles available here at Fred Haas Toyota Country, and if you guys have any suggestions for better used Toyotas that would fit into these characteristics, just let us know in the comments. You know, all caps, I want it to be loud and angry, although I'll be reading it. So thanks so much. My name is Mitchell. This is Fred Haas Toyota Country. If you're interested in any of these vehicles or have an inquiry, you can stop by 22435 State Highway 249, which is our location, or give us a call at 281-357-4000. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.